but it was kind of conditioning myself. Oh, what if this goes well? It just changes your life, and it changed my life. So there's a couple things there.
That's really really empowering. If I could follow up just on that last piece, because that I think that's huge. That advice around like conditioning yourself to say like, what if this goes well, right?
Mhm.
Like, where'd you pick that up?
I think it started with when I had social anxiety, or when I told myself I had social anxiety for many years. I I would feel this sense of anxiety come up, and I would just tell myself, I would identify with it. Oh, I'm socially anxious. I have social
Mm,
anxiety. And because I didn't separate my feeling from my identity, I
mm,
adopted the behaviors and thoughts of someone with social anxiety. So it was a self fulfilling prophecy. But it wasn't until I read the book, The Six Pillars of Self Esteem, they said something in that book where they talked about separating your feelings from your identity and to challenge your thoughts. So I started doing that. When anxiety would come up, I would stop saying, "Oh, I'm socially anxious." I would say, "I'm experiencing a feeling of social anxiety. This does not mean I'm socially anxious." And then I would kind of reframe it like, "Okay, let's think about all the times I was confident." And I would think about that, and like maybe the time I got a girl's number, or I had small talk with a stranger, or whatever. And I would flip the script on it and be like, oh, okay, like I am confident. And because of this,
yeah.
this in the past. And then I started slowly adopting the identity of someone who is confident. So I just kind of took that lesson and it was like reframed it. Something bad happens to me or whatever. It's like, well, now it's a lesson. And then I just think it was one of the biggest mindset hacks for me. Okay, what if this goes wrong? Well, what if it goes right? It just kind of goes in the opposite direction. There's nothing wrong. I think there's no downside to believing everything is working in your favor, no matter what. So yeah, it's been one of the most powerful mindset hacks I've used in my life, and it really came from experiencing social anxiety.